1954 to 1964, school desegregation in Raleigh was legally deferred and evaded by the school board. Evaded. It took another NAACP victory in 1971, Swan versus Mecklenburg, when a legal team led by our friend Julius Chambers won a case that demanded that school boards had to comply with Brown. And on the morning of August 30th, 1971, 8 years after I was born, on my birthday, and you study and do this research, it gets you. On my birthday, August 30th, 1971, Raleigh students, based on the Swan case, boarded buses and began another step toward desegregation of public schools. Recognizing that desegregating Raleigh's city and Wake schools would not create the racial balance anticipated by the court, the formal merger of these two systems were proposed. But when it was put to a popular vote in 1973, Wake County residents rejected merger 3-1. School business and political leaders then got together and they did a courageous thing. They fought and thought to look for ways through the North Carolina General Assembly to merge the school system. And God rest his soul, Vernon Malone said merging the Raleigh and Wake County school system was not an easy thing to do. But it was the right thing to do. We worked to create a school system that would serve as a foundation for a proud, unified community, and we succeeded. Many have devoted their careers and their lives to helping this system succeed. Much has been accomplished and there is yet more to do. And so when this board wants to turn back, they are literally stepping on the memory and the grave of those like Vernon Malone, who worked so hard, to move us made two additional courageous decisions that strengthened the system's commitment to excellent schools. Wake students were then assigned to schools with the goal of creating racial diversity in schools, as the system stipulated that black student enrollment target at each school should not fall below 15% or above 45%. A decade later, Wake educational leaders took another step to create physically responsible schools by implementing calendar magnet year-round schools. So this was happening, you see. After all of these years of fighting Brown, we took these steps, but it took courage. And then January 10th, 2000, Wake school leaders made their most courageous decision, ushering in a new year with a student assignment and magnet selection plan based on socioeconomic status and student achievement. It was supported by national research which linked integrated student environment and healthy schools. Wake leaders established the goal of an effective, safe learning environment for every child through stipulating that no more than 40% of students at a given school be eligible for free and reduced lunch, and no more than 25% of students should have scored below grade level on statewide reading tests, and that school facilities should operate between 85 and 115% of capacity. The new policy was directed at a achievement and providing more opportunity and individual attention to students at all income levels. By instituting this policy, Wake County yet again became a pioneer in educational progress. Now more than 70 districts around the country have had the foresight to adopt what was here in Wake, socio-economic integration policy. What I want you to understand is this has been a journey of modest steps, sometimes baby steps, sometimes taking a step forward and then falling 2 steps backwards, but someone continuing to fight. And what is so sad, cynical, and sick about what this current school board, the Anti-Diversity Caucus is trying to do, is that now 5 months of actions threatens to destroy 56 years of progress. Don't beat anybody, pray for them, but I declare there comes a time you have to draw a line in the sand and say forward ever, backwards never. We will not forget from where we have come and how hard it was to get here. For our children, we will never go back. But we must also fight for something else, and that is the truth around educational policy research that virtually concludes unanimously that diversity is a key component of school excellence.